Okay, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up a booking system that utilizes credits for calls inside of HighLevel. The reason I'm making a tutorial on this is because it is not a feature currently included inside the calendar system. I hope that changes in the near future. If it does, part of this tutorial would probably be irrelevant, which would be a good thing. I'd love for this to be baked into the default system. But for now, we need to do a workaround in order to get our credits system to work. So let me walk you through how to do that. All right, so to get started, you are going to need a calendar. I have an entire video on how to set up a calendar. I recommend you watch that one. And then we're not going to use that calendar to sell the product, because if you watch that video, you may be thinking, well, look, forms and payment. I can essentially connect a form, take payment inside of the calendar. Well, it doesn't work that way because, unfortunately, there's no credit system. So we need to be able to utilize we need to be able to take our payments rather through a different system to trigger the creation of a one-time booking link. So we're not going to use our calendar's payment system. So when you create a calendar, don't bother with forms and payment. It's basically going to be like a hidden calendar. Instead, under payments products, we're going to create a product and then fill in anything else that you want to. I have an entire video actually on products inside of HighLevel. I'll link that in the description along with the one on how to make a calendar. I also have an entire video on how to make a funnel, which I will also link in the description, probably also at the end of the video. I recommend you watch all three of those videos. They're very helpful into some of the behind the scenes things that would otherwise make this like an hour and a half long video. But we're going to set up this product. The next most important section is our pricing. Now, we want to set up multiple price points. Why? Because we want to use each of those price points for the number of credits we're going to give the person. So we're going to make this a one-time booking, and let's say that for one credit, it's $225, and we'll add another price, and then we'll be able to go back in and edit our first one here. Our next price will be, we'll call it 3 calls or 3 call bundle. Let's call this one 570. And we'll compare at 24675, so 675. Let's add another price. We'll call this our 5 call bundle. I'm going to do 3 different prices to show you how this works. Call this 900. Compare at whatever you get the idea. So now let's go ahead and come into here and click save. Now that we have our 3 price points saved, the next step is to create a custom field for call credits. So once you have your product created with your 3 price points, we're going to come in under custom fields and we're going to add a new field. So this is settings, custom fields, add a field. You're going to choose a number field, click next. You're going to give the field a name. We're going to call this call credits or something to that effect. We only need one of those fields, so go ahead and make that. You are going to choose where to put it. If you have different groups inside of your contact record, you could put it there. You could put it under appointments. If you make one or general, I'll put mine under appointments and then just hit save. Okay, our custom field has been made. Now let's go ahead and go into our automations. You are going to make 2 automations to manage this system. The first one's going to be what happens when they buy the product, and the next one is going to be, well, how do they use their credits? Go ahead and create a workflow. We're going to create the one that grants them credits if they purchase the product. Now, I'm actually going to use the advanced builder for this. Why? Because I want to make things a little bit simpler in terms of the trigger placement and filtering, where the other version, the standard builder, would require a linear build with a lot more like if-else conditions that are more complicated. The advanced workflow builder gives us the ability to have multiple triggers in our canvas. However, one caveat is that the user can only be in the workflow at one single time. That's fine. Our user is going to work through our workflow almost instantly. So let's go ahead and do payment received for this. And for our first trigger, it'll be for global product. And that is going to be our demo book a call with Doug. And we're going to say that the payment status is success and the product price is our single call. Terrific. Should probably give this a different name. We're going to call this 1 call credit purchased. And we'll hit save trigger. Now what do we want to do when 1 call credit is purchased? We want to update that custom field. So we're going to run a math operation right here. Our math operation is going to select our custom fields, and we're going to select our call credits custom field, and we are going to add 1 call credit because they purchased 1. And what field are we going to update? The same field. So we found the call credit field, whatever value it was. Maybe they had residual credits just hanging out and they bought another one. Whatever that field is, we're going to add 1 and add it back to that same field. There we go. So we added 1 call credit. Now from here, we could of course do other things like send them an email to let them know they've just purchased a call credit. Probably a good idea. I'll let you follow along on my other workflows to know how to do that. You just would simply add another action. Now, I want to essentially duplicate this process for each of the credits that they purchased. So what I can do is I can come in here, select everything, Control C, Control V, and I have literally duplicated my entire two pieces here, and I can move them around anywhere I want on my workflow. This one is going to change to be they purchased a 3-call bundle, and our math operation is just going to add 3. Pretty awesome, right? Our next one will be our 5-call bundle, and we will change this to 5-call credits. We'll rename this one to be 3-call credits purchased. Hit save, and we'll update this one to be 5-call credits purchased. Now, what's really cool about this is that we have 3 different triggers. Which of the purchases or which of the credit packages did they purchase? And then the math operation to update the field. Now, I want to give you 3 options from here on how you can allow people to book and use their call credits with you. Option number 1, they send you an email and say, hey, Doug, I want to use one of my call credits, in which case you generate them a one-time booking link to your calendar. Now, to generate a one-time link as a one-off, so Doug emails and says, hey, I want to use one of my call credits. Okay, great. I can come into my calendar. I can find the calendar related to what the person purchased. I can hover over and click this Share Calendar button right here. And then I can come to the one-time link option, and I can generate a link and copy it. This link is good for only one booking, and then it expires. So this is a great way to say, okay, great, this person wanted to book with me. I'll just send them a link. I'll send them a personal email, maybe through the contact record here directly in HighLevel or through Gmail or in a forum or a DM on Instagram. It doesn't matter. If they contact you and want to use one of their credits, you can check their credits inside their profile because they will have had those credits added. You can send one and you can manually reduce the call credits. Up to you if you want to do this manually. This is how you would do it. I personally like to do it a different way. I would like to automate this in some way. So the next 2 options I'm going to give you are both automated ways. The first one is through filling out a form. So you can go back, you can go to Sites, you can go to Forms, and you can build a form here on your website, and it can be a booking request form. And this is actually a pretty popular solution among some of my clients. They want anytime somebody books a call with them for the person to fill out the form saying why they're booking the call, provide information, provide logins, whatever it might be. Upon submitting that form, it's going to send an email to you, and it's also going to trigger the usage of one of their call credits. Now, let's look at how to do that. Let's go ahead and create a new workflow. We'll create this one from scratch, and we're going to call this, we'll call this our call credit form. Whatever, you can give it a title that helps you find it later. We're going to create a new trigger, and this trigger is going to be a form submitted action. And we're going to filter it based on whatever form we had built. Let's pretend it was form number 8 on my site. Terrific. They fill out the form. What's this going to do? Well, it's going to determine if they have any call credits. So we need to do an if statement here. If, and we'll say has available credits. Now we're going to check the contact field for their call credits to make sure that it is greater than or equal to 1, meaning they have at least 1 credit for the call. So we'll go ahead and save action. So here they have at least 1 call credit and they submitted the form. What's going to happen? We are going to generate a one-time booking link. Pretty stinking awesome. We're going to select our calendar that we want to use, and then we're going to hit save action. So this is cool. This has generated a one-time booking link for this person. Now to send the booking link to them, very easy. You're going to come in here. You're going to write your email, say hi, whatever. Here's the link to book on my calendar. You're going to go to custom values and you're going to insert the generate one-time booking link. Click it again, and there it is, the one-time booking link. You can insert this into a hyperlink if you wish by simply copying this little custom value here. I could select it, there we go. Select it now and say, click here to book your call. Highlight the text you want to link, click add link, paste in the link that you just copied, and the action, you could do same window or whatever, and then go ahead and click save. And now you've got your link inserted directly into your email. That's pretty awesome. So we can go ahead and I think you have to give it a subject line to save it. I'll just put it in a placeholder so we can have it there. Terrific, that's been done. Now, let's say they didn't have enough credits to book the call. You would, of course, want to send them an email and let them know you don't have enough credits. You can click here to buy your credits with me. I'd love to speak with you. This would be the email to send a payment link to go buy more credits, link directly to that product. And there you go. And essentially, as long as you only have one type of call credit, this system works. If you had multiple different types of call credits, you'd obviously have different forms, and those forms would check those fields. But keeping it simple, this will check if they have credits. If they do, it generates a link. And if you had different types of calls that you do, maybe some tech help calls, maybe some branding calls, whatever your different types of calls are, maybe if you do like a solar panel cleaning or a window cleaning, they could, on their form, select the field for the type of appointment they want to make. And then you would simply, in your condition, say has call credits, and what they selected on their form was solar panel cleaning. Send this link, another branch. Have call credits and selected window cleaning. Generate this link. And that would work for you as well. Now, the next step, of course, is to deduct a credit from their total. We're going to do that right here. We're going to run a math operation. Our math operation is going to find that same custom field, call credits, and we are going to subtract one call credit from that field and then update that same field to subtract the call credit. There you go. So now they've spent a credit, and if they try to book again, and let's say they have 0, they'll get the email that says, sorry, you're out of credits. All right, now the last way is using a trigger link. The trigger link will automate booking or requesting the booking of a call for them. This one might be my favorite because it's so simple. So we're going to go under marketing and we're going to find trigger links. We're going to add a trigger link. We'll call this one use a call credit. You can call it whatever you want. Now you're going to link them to a page on your website or in a high-level funnel, whatever suits your use case. And this page would essentially say, thanks for requesting a call with me. I've sent you an email with a one-time booking link. If for some reason you didn't have any call credits available, I've sent you an email with how you can pick up more. I look forward to talking with you soon. So this URL would be like a confirmation page. Now we'll go ahead and hit save. Now what we're going to do is we are going to create, well, actually, if you use this method and you wanted to send an initial email, which you should probably do, like I said. So we're going to go back into our initial automation that we made. Remember this one in the advanced builder here. And we are going to add an email in here. And this initial email is going to contain a link. Hi, Doug, thanks for buying call credits with me. They can be used at any time. They never expire. Click here to schedule a call and use a credit, whatever. You can just hyperlink this. Click add link right here on the right-hand side. You can click that little tag, and now we're going to add in our trigger link for using a call credit. And our action would be, same window, new window, whatever. Click save, and now you've sent them an email that says, hey, Doug, thanks for buying 3 call credits or 1 call credit. Click here to use your call credits. You can say to them, hey, keep this link. This is going to be the link that you're going to use anytime you want to book a call with me. Just come back into your email and click the link. You could also put this on that confirmation page if you wanted to, if you're using this method. But that's your trigger link. It just has to know who they are. So we'll save that action, and now they're going to get it in their email. And you might send them reminder emails on occasion. You could do an if else, like check to see if they still have credits. If they do, you could do like a wait condition here. We'll say wait for 7 days. Okay, and then you could say, you know what, I want to check, so I want to do I clicked on it. You can do like an if else, and you can do a check to see if they have credits, just like we did before, right? So we're checking to see if their call credits are greater than or equal to 1. And from here, you could send them an email that says, hey, come back into here. Let's just copy this action, and then we'll just come into here, paste the action, and then we'll connect the dots. We could essentially now say, wait 7 days, send them an email that says, hey, Doug, you still have call credits available. If you would like to use those call credits, by all means, feel free to click this link. And then, this is really cool, you can say, go to save, and then you can loop this back to the wait condition. And now what this is going to do is it's going to, for all of these, and what's really cool, check this out, you can just copy this all right here, come down here and paste it. And then we can insert it right here, and we can link this one over to it. And then we can come in here again, paste it a third time, bring it over here, and we can link it down to here. We can also click this little format tree button that kind of like cleans it all up for us. But we're going to want to zoom out a little bit here. So now you can essentially see that for every one of our trees, depending on the number of credits they purchased, we are sending them that initial email that says, "Hey, Doug, you bought some call credits. Click here to book your call. Wait 7 days. Check if they have credits. Hey, Doug, just want to let you know, just a reminder, you've got call credits to use." Send them an email. Go back to the wait condition. Wait for 7 days. You could adjust this to every 2 weeks, whatever you want to do. And it's basically a reminder system that goes out, or you could use no reminders. You could just simply have that first email that goes out and then they can book that link. You could do a mixture of the two. The first one could be a trigger link, and you could have a booking form that goes out to them that says, "Hey, use this form to book a call with me." Regardless, the nice thing about this is that it's the same custom field that has call credits, and we're just checking if they have any of those call credits available. So like I said, I wish HighLevel had built in call credits right now into their booking system. They currently don't at the time of making this video. I will absolutely post a pinned comment if that changes. I'll of course make another video about it. But in the meantime, I think this is a very usable system and possibly very usable even if they update their system in the future to include call credits. I think this system gives you a lot of options regardless. So if you have any other questions about HighLevel, I've gone ahead and included a link down below in the description where you can get a 30-day free trial. Also, if you go through my affiliate link, you can get access to my community with office hours, and you can ask me all kinds of high-level questions. You get access to my HighLevel course. So some pretty cool bonuses there for you as well. But if you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below.